Raiden, are you?
I'm fine. I'm a cyborg, remember? It'll take a bigger fall than that to phase me. Have you reached her yet? Boris, have you reached her yet?
No. Most likely she is busy, duh? Nose deep in some book, not paying attention?
Yep, sounds about right.
We will find her. I'm sure she will be on the campus somewhere. I already sent advance word to her office, saying we have a big action hero with urgent business.
That'll get her attention. Think we can pull this off without her? If we have to?
No, not on short notice. She's the only one with authority who I can imagine would agree to this.
All right. Fingers crossed, I guess. I didn't realize she was that high up, though.
She was lead developer on this craft, all the way from concept stage. She could not make it alone, of course, but she is the one who put all the parts together, so to speak.
Sounds like she's picked up some leadership skills. Glad to hear it.
Project surely has separate management staff watching over it, yes, but they are not leaders. She negotiates, settles arguments between specialists working for her. Very important. Also, she has vision. She can share that vision with other people, make them see it too. That is what makes projects successful.
I bet. You can't get serious about something unless the whole team believes.
Duh. Certainly she has natural leadership ability. A gifted child in so many ways. Though the Patriots may have something to do with that.
I'd say so. What do you think? Should we see if she wants to come on board?
What? No. Raiden, one leader is enough for this company. Head back the way you came for now.
Do we know where he's set to land?
Yes, somewhere large enough for Air Force One, where World Marshal has presence. There is only one place. But first, there is the issue of getting to launch site in time.
Once I'm out of central Denver, I won't have so many cops for company. I'll make it.
You think they really want to assassinate the president? We still have no real evidence. It is all guesses.
Well, if we go and we're wrong, we're wrong. But if we don't go and we're wrong... Besides, this is my fight, not a Maverick job.
Well, yes, but...
Save your breath, Boris. You're not gonna stop me.
Raiden, we have contact.
So we're good to go?
Duh. They're canceling the original flight and prepping RLV craft for launch.
Great. Now we just have to figure out what I'm gonna do in Pakistan. Do we know where he's set to land?
Yes, somewhere large enough for Air Force One, where World Marshal has presence. There is only one place. But first, there is the issue of getting to launch site in time.
Once I'm out of central Denver, I won't have so many cops for company. I'll make it.
You think they really want to assassinate the president? We still have no real evidence. It is all guesses.
Well, if we go and we're wrong, we're wrong. But if we don't go and we're wrong... Besides, this is my fight, not a Maverick job.
Well, yes, but...
Save your breath, Boris. You're not gonna stop me.
You all right, buddy? That was one hell of a drop.
Yeah, I'm good. This body's even tougher than I realized. That was some in-flight entertainment.
Yeah, no shit. Sliders or hammerheads are one thing, but the MQ-320's a full-fledged warplane. Only the USAF's supposed to have them.
Someone should tell World Marshal that.
UAV tech's grown a lot, but not that much. Fully equipped battle planes would cost a fortune. Everything in them is cutting-edge tech. The military might let a PMC operate one, but I can't think of many who could bankroll one for themselves.
Yeah, can't see the U.S. being keen on sharing its toys, especially with World Marshal.
The military might have loaned it out, but only for overseas ops in major hotspots. They wouldn't outsource the defense of American airspace. That's their job. Imagine the headlines. Any warplane within U.S. airspace, manned or not, it's military or nothing. That's part of the reason private UAV tech hasn't advanced as much as it could have.
If I had to guess, they were probably trainers from Peterson Air Force Base. And if World Marshal's got access to equipment like that...
Yeah. Either the Army gave them permission, or they somehow scrambled without using military channels. Either way, they're in deeper with the military than we thought.
I know I just leveled World Marshal HQ, but I don't understand why the military would get involved. I'm not an enemy combatant or anything. I can see why the police would want me, but the Air Force?
Well, you did kind of kill a bunch of police officers. Now, I know they were more World Marshal security guards than anything else, but they still had badges. And when the police can't catch you, that's when they call in the guard.
This is blowing up pretty quickly.
Pretty much full-on warfare, yeah. Asymmetric warfare, that is.
Well, we better wrap this up quick then. Any more warplanes and I could be in trouble.
I doubt Peterson's got any more MQs ready to go. You'd have seen them by now. My hunch is someone at World Marshal probably panicked and had it dispatched after Sundowner died. There won't be another sortie. Once you're out of Denver, things won't seem so urgent for them anymore. The military can't just go around willy-nilly shooting down civilian helicopters.
Maybe. But if we're dealing with guys who can commandeer U.S. military planes without Army approval...
Well, then we'd really be screwed. But I doubt it's that easy for them.
Army make any more moves?
No. Looks like my hunch was right. Whoever gave the UAV scramble order was probably way out of line. You might be suspected of property damage, theft, and the murder of a police officer, but you are not yet a threat to the general public. Sure, the police have got every reason to kill you guys, but as far as the military's concerned, you're nobody.
Well, God bless America. Glad to see at least the Army's not corrupt. Yet.
I wouldn't rest easy. They're probably having an emergency meeting all about you as we speak. Next time around, Doctor could have a fighter jet on his ass. He may be a civilian piloting a helicopter, but he's still your accomplice. They won't think twice. Of course, they might take a more subtle approach. Maybe not attack the chopper, but definitely pursue it.
That's a lot more likely. Anyway, it looks like he's gonna make it to Mexico in one piece. After that, all he's gotta do is get the brains on the transport plane and get his ass over to Germany. Both vehicles are on false registrations. There's nothing linking Doc to any of this. And, as long as they don't want the public to know about the brains, there won't be an official investigation.
Man, you're just as tricky as they are. But, well, who's to say they won't conduct some not-so-official action, too?
Oh, they can try. But those brains are gonna help us either way. It's too late to brush this under the rug. They're gonna try and dump all the evidence, but the kids will talk about the VR training.
Yeah. As far as scandals go, this one's gonna be huge. We got a lot to bargain with.
If we need it. Right now, though, I gotta think about Pakistan and Tecumseh.
You know, it looked like Sundowner was talking with Sam there.
Sounded that way. I couldn't really make it all out.
Yeah, the voice data was probably running directly into his cochlear nerves. I'm just worried about what he had to say, though. It's like Sam was setting all of this up just so you'd make a tougher opponent.
Ah, come on. I mean, sure, that shit he pulled with those guys' voices. That opened my eyes a little, yeah. But why make me stronger? That makes no sense.
Maybe not. But you said it yourself. He could have killed you easy in Africa, if he wanted to.
I know that, but...
Maybe it's got something to do with your sword style. You know, he said you deny your weapon its purpose. I think maybe that guy wants to meet Jack the Ripper. You know, like in the movies. The Wild West gunslingers or whatever, they never want to fight guys who aren't on their level. They need someone as good as they are, or better. Otherwise, there's no thrill, no satisfaction. Seen that story play out 1,000,000 times.
That's not real life, Kev. But I guess I can understand the idea of enjoying a fight. Jack, that Jack, he doesn't want to kill just anybody. He wants the excitement, the thrill, the pain, the adrenaline rush. But what does Sam fight for? For Tecumseh, whatever that is? Or does he care why he's fighting at all, so long as he's got a worthy opponent?
That's impossible for me to say. Either way, he's still alive. And wherever he is, he's definitely got something nasty up his sleeve.
Well, I'm ready for it. Monsoon interrupted us before, but this time, I'm ending it.
Damn, 2 fighter planes downed? Pretty impressive, Raiden. Even for you.
It's not me, really. It's this body.
Well, sure, it helps, but it would be nothing without your tactics and reactions.
Maybe. I wouldn't even dare take them on if I wasn't in this frame, though.
You never could take a compliment. But I admit, the tech is pretty hot. Makes you wonder what'll happen once cyborgs become more common. It'd mess with sports, that's for sure.
I doubt we'll get to that point. A lot of groups have already explicitly banned cyborg athletes. Even the ones that haven't, well, you know, they're not gonna let them on the field.
Well, sure. But what happens once folks get used to seeing cyborgs perform all these superhuman feats? For a lot of folks, the regular stuff just wouldn't cut it after that. In fact, I bet they'd welcome you guys in stuff like extreme sports. You know, where the show's half the contest? And you see that video with the cyborg skater? That's got like 100 million hits.
Novelty, Kev. Nothing more. What excites people is seeing regular folks doing superhuman things. If there's no training, no sacrifice beyond I paid for the operation, that'll get real old real quick.
Well, it's more than just the operation, though. You need brains to drive that body, right? A lot of people just like to see the limits of how far the human body can be pushed. I bet plenty would want to see just how far cyborgs can go, too. Like, a cyborg pro wrestling league could be pretty interesting, or football.
I guess it could happen. Maybe then you'd consider getting enhanced. With enough cash, you could jump right into the top ranks of any cyborg sport.
It'd be nice, but I've always sucked at sports. There's no way, unless I swap out my brain, too. Nah, I'm content just watching from the sidelines.
So, you want to fill me in on your plans for later?
My plans for later? Are you making dinner reservations?
Well, there is this new sushi joint I've been meaning to check out. But, oh, right. I guess you're going to be kind of busy over in Pakistan, aren't you? You certainly seem in a good mood, at least.
Can't be a proper action hero without a joke or two.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't quit your day job. Look, we've all got our coping mechanisms, I guess.
Ask any soldier. A little levity can work wonders when you're facing death. Doesn't really matter if it's funny or not. If it helps you and your buddies relax, then it helps.
Yeah, makes sense. Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it.
Forget about it.
Okay, I got a joke for you then. 3 tomatoes are walking down the street, and they go...
I've heard this one, Courtney. And thanks for the thought, but I'll be fine.
All right. Well, anyway. So you're headed for Solus first?
Yeah, Solus Space and Aeronautics. It's a private space outfit. Ever since NASA opened up spaceflight to commercial companies, it's become a pretty crowded market.
And that's where Sonny works?
You got it. Fortunately, it's not too far from here. They got their start doing Air Force Space Command work for the Peterson Air Force Base nearby. 2 years ago, though, they built their own spaceport and moved to their current location.
Glad to hear they're close. Boris is getting in contact now. You just focus on getting out of Denver.
Copy that.
By the way, you mind if I ask, what's she like?
Who, Sonny? I don't know. Kind of a child prodigy, I guess.
You're the one who rescued her, right? From the Patriot Lab?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a long story, but in the end, yeah.
Then she was handed over to Dr. Emmerich.
Right. We had to hide her away at first, from the Patriots. It wasn't exactly fun. She couldn't even go outside for the most part.
That's terrible.
But in the meantime, Dr. Emmerich, taught her all about programming and computer engineering. It was her code that destroyed the Patriot AIs. After the dust settled, Dr. Emmerich adopted her, officially becoming her legal guardian.
But how'd she end up at Solus? What about school?
Oh, she went. For about a year, I think. She was way too far ahead of her peers, though. Probably could have qualified for her BS in computer engineering by that point.
Why not go through with it? Just get the degree.
We discussed it, but Sonny was more interested in Solus by then. Dr. Emmerich had contacts there, so...
So now she's designing launch vehicles and stuff, huh? Wish I had some of that talent.
Well, a lot of it might be the Patriots doing. Who knows what their experiments did to her brain?
And in the end, she used it to destroy them. The irony, huh? Raiden, are you okay? Your signal was completely cut off.
They hit me with a jamming grenade.
A jamming grenade? The kind that disables remote weapons?
It's a disposable electronic attack device. Runs barrage jamming across a wide radio spectrum. It's really good against remote-controlled electronics. The magnetic waves it sends out block any form of communication, even if you switch frequencies.
Yikes. Doesn't that require a lot of power, though?
Yeah. I guess these ones don't run very long. Can't put that big a battery in, after all.
Why not just, plug it in somewhere?
There are fixed location devices out there, yeah. But a grenade's more versatile, plain and simple. Even if it's just for a little while, that shutdown time can be critical. By the way, I gotta say, I missed hearing your voice out there.
Yeah. Tell it to your wife.
Only kidding. Only kidding.
Raiden, are you all right? Raiden! Raiden, if you hear me, come in. What is your situation? Are you still there?
Yeah. Gotta hand it to you, Doc. This is one hell of a body. Fell that far and didn't even dent the thing.
Ah, wunderbar, wunderbar. You're going to need it where you're going.
I bet. The cops are probably going nuts trying to figure out where I, landed.
I should say so, and you'd be wise to steer clear of them. You're a rather large bounty to score.
Maybe, but I won't make it easy. That said, this would probably be a lot easier if I wasn't also on the run.
We are beggars, not choosers, Raiden.
Guess so. What's your status?
The helicopter is safe, but I have SAMs targeting me from below. I won't be able to get near you.
How about up there?
All is clear. For now.
Just those two then. Good. Let's hope it stays that way. You just worry about getting out of Denver, okay?
And what will you do?
Get out of here and to the launch site.
Ah, the young ladies' company, yeah? How fortunate they are in Colorado, too.
Yeah. Shouldn't take more than 2 hours with a set of wheels. Guess I'll just have to borrow some. A lot of cars got abandoned when the evac order came down.
But won't the roads be blocked? If you are struck by one of those missiles, or...
I know. Let me just worry about putting some distance between me and World Marshal. What's left of it. I can handle this. You just get those brains out of here.
Yes. Yes, all right then.
Where'd you get the EMP, Doc?
Oh, that? Well, I had no intention of dogfighting in a transport helicopter. But I didn't feel comfortable flying without some modicum of protection.
Well, I'm glad you planned ahead.
Missiles these days use thermographic cameras. Flares rarely work. EMP is not completely foolproof, though. Most recent cyborgs and even many UGs are equipped with EMP countermeasures.
Why not just put EMP countermeasures in missiles as well, then?
Well, it is possible, but EMP-based missile defense is a relatively recent invention and still not common. This generator is a product of my own laboratory. It will be some time before missile technology catches up.
You never cease to amaze me, Doc.
No? Shall I add super genius to my business card upon my return?
Trust me, you deserve it. Stay sharp, though. The skies may not stay friendly for long.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Everything still okay up there?
Smooth, sailing. No bogies. Denver, some distance behind. It appears those UAVs were our only pursuers.
Yeah, but whoever launched them still out there. World Marshal's tapping its army contacts to try and get us. Only the military could launch a UAV in U.S. airspace. But it looks like their clout's run out for now.
Indeed. And now that your little skirmish at the HQ is over, well, it simply wouldn't do for the army to fire at a civilian helicopter. I would imagine there is quite the argument unfolding between the Americans and World Marshal right now. No doubt some toes were stepped on getting those UAVs up.
Probably. But if Sundowner's telling the truth, Operation Tecumseh's still underway, and the president's got a big old bullseye on his head. And most likely, that's what they're focused on for now.
Indeed, we are not blessed with an abundance of time, and I'd prefer to avoid any additional air combat. AI makes piloting these things considerably easier than before, but one moment's carelessness and poof!
Can't you switch out with another pilot?
We've no licensed pilots on hand, and for this task at least, I find it difficult to trust anyone but myself. Of course, I would not have taken this route had I known this would happen. I was far too careless, too preoccupied with all the things I could do with these brains.
Yeah, I bet. Still glad you're here, though. I wouldn't have a clue how to get the brains out of that system. Without you, I could have killed them all.
Oh yes, I will be collecting more than a few favors after this. There are several experiments I'd still like to conduct on your body.
Let's talk about that later, Doc.
Raiden, I have reached the ground.
Copy that. Where are you at?
Raiden, I will join you in Pakistan.
What? Why?
I anticipate your mission will be challenging. I have a bad feeling about it.
You have a bad feeling?
I have already exited the helicopter. I am in a part of Denver not under evacuation orders. Dr. reduced altitude enough for me to exit.
Where's he headed?
To Mexico, as planned. No one is pursuing him at the moment. Even if they were, they would not have the clearance to shoot down a civilian craft.
Yeah, sounds like those MQ-320s were all of them. The military probably only authorized them because World Marshal was under attack.
Correct. And right now, the helicopter poses no threat to human life or property. It is not an authorized military target, and you have already subdued World Marshal's hammerhead.
So Doc just needs to get to Mexico, then he can grab a transport back to Germany, which leaves me to get to Pakistan, I guess.
We will rendezvous at a later point. For now, you must focus on evacuating your current location. The cyborg police are concentrated at the inner circle of the evacuation zone, but appear to be disorganized. If you exit the evacuation zone, you should be able to find a suitable mode of transport.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. You know where Solus is?
Affirmative. I accessed the information on Doctor's smartphone.
Wait, why not just connect to the net yourself? I mean, you are a computer, right?
Not possible. Protocol issues.
But you said you were fed text from the internet to learn how to read.
I can interpret HTTP, yes, but it is a different physical layer protocol from civilian networks. I am unable to access consumer-level wireless networks, and no one thought to equip me with an Ethernet jack. I will proceed to Solus. We will regroup along the way.
Got it. Riding out.
Are you injured, Raiden?
Actually, no. This body's something else. Too bad I can't get back to the chopper, though.
Yes, it is too dangerous for us to approach you. Your pursuers are equipped with anti-air missiles.
Yeah, time to get the hell out of Denver. I'll commandeer a car or something.
You will go to the Solus launch facility, and then to Pakistan.
That's the plan. Shouldn't be too hard, assuming I can shake these cops. Even World Marshal can't sick an entire battalion on me. Not in time, anyway.
Please confirm your motives. Why do you wish to save the president?
It's not like I'm his #1 fan, but if I don't, it'll reignite the war on terror all over again. And that means more blood money to fatten their bottom line. You heard what Sundowner said. Maybe the brains are safe, but if I don't do something...
Raiden, allow me to join you.
You sure you want that? This could get rough.
Yes, I understand it will be a difficult mission. All the more reason for me to assist you.
Well, I could use the help.
I will find a way to exit the helicopter. Proceed out of the city. I will contact you when I am on the ground.
Copy that.